Hello, in this video we're going to talk about different issues that you may experience as a Mac user trying to work with these templates. So the first issue is extra styles. So when you click the styles pane here and it pops down the styles pane, you may see that you have a lot more styles in here than what you're actually going to use. So if that happens, if you'll come down here to list and choose recommended, sometimes you may see one that says styles in template. You'll want to use that, but that is the first step to reducing the number of styles that are in your document and making sure that you are using the correct style for the template. Another issue you may have is viewing the hidden text. As we've discussed in previous videos about the preliminary pages and in Chapter 1, your Appendix A, and at the very bottom of your document, there are some hidden codes that are built into the template. So a lot of times just turning on your paragraph markers will make these hidden codes appear. Sometimes that doesn't work. So if you've turned on your paragraph markers and you're still not seeing this hidden text, this is what you need to do. You'll come up to your Apple menu and you'll choose Word, and then you'll go to Preferences, and then you'll choose View, and then you want to make sure this hidden text box is marked here. Another issue you may have is your QuickParts aren't working. So if you've tried overlaying the template, which we've discussed in the overlaying the template, restoring the QuickParts video, you can try using Fn and F3 at the same time to make it work. You also have the option of locking your Fn key, so all you would have to do is hit F3 in the future. If you choose to do that, you can do it by going to your Apple menu, and we're going to click the Apple this time. We're going to choose System Preferences, and then we are going to go to Keyboard. You'll have a box in this window that says use all F1, F3, etc. keys as standard function keys. And you'll check that box, and then you'll be good to go. So for this issue, let's go back up to the top of the document. As we've discussed in the preliminary pages videos, you do have several drop downs. So for document type is one drop down. You have one here for your degree, and then you have one for the select date of graduation. So if you're not able to see these drop downs, check to make sure that you are not using Word 2011 or older. Those programs will not allow you to use the drop downs. So you do need a newer copy of Word. Since you are a student here at MSU, you do have access to a free copy of Microsoft Office through ITS. So if you need to download a copy, you can do that through ITS, and then you'll be able to access the drop downs. So for this issue, let's say you're having an issue with your QuickParts. You have restored your QuickParts, and you are still having issues getting them to work properly in your document. The three QuickParts that we highly suggest you use are the new chapter, the new appendix, and the equation number. All of the other QuickParts can be left out. You can manipulate what you need to using the styles pane. So if you can't get one of those three to work, here is another option for you to gain access to those QuickParts. So you'll come to your Apple menu, you can go to Insert, Auto Text, and then choose Auto Text here. And that's going to pop up a new window. So you can look in your specific template, and as you can see, you can find all of the QuickParts that we have built into these templates. So let's choose equation number. So you just choose which one you want, click Insert, and as you can see, it populated what you need here. So that's just another option in case your QuickParts are still not working appropriately. You can access them using that method. Okay, the last issue we're going to discuss is removing page breaks from your document. Depending on how your keyboard is set up, depends on the process that you'll use to delete a page break. So before we start, let's turn on our paragraph marker so we can see the page break. Now, if your keyboard is set up to where the delete button works as a backspace button, meaning that it deletes going backwards, you will need to click before the page break and hit Fn and delete at the same time to remove that page break. Now, if your keyboard is set up to where your delete button removes text moving forward like this, all you need to do is click before the page break and hit delete, and that will remove the page break. If you have any questions or concerns about any of these processes in trying to manipulate these templates in a Mac computer, feel free to call our office. You can find our contact information at the bottom here.